In this video, we're going to discuss 3 ways sales reps can use AI to improve their productivity and increase their sales. But before we discuss those, I want to discuss the possibility of AI replacing salespeople. As you may or may not know, AI stands to replace many different white-collar and blue-collar jobs, which creates the question, could AI replace salespeople altogether? What I'm going to show you in a minute indicates that AI could actually communicate today better than most salespeople. But I actually believe that for the salesperson that is performing outbound prospecting, working to get a hold of prospects, get engaged, build relationships, find opportunities, and drive deals through their sales pipeline, I believe that those tasks will be difficult to replace with AI. And my reasoning for that is that you could create AI to perform those sales activities, but the prospects on the other end of those interactions are not going to be as responsive to AI. So while you could probably replace inbound sales and customer service with AI, I think it will be difficult to completely replace the hunters and the outbound salespeople. And for those salespeople, the first way that they could use AI to improve what they're doing is that you could use AI to create your sales script. And so I actually earlier asked ChatGPT to create a sales script for IT outsourcing. And so it created this dialogue between a salesperson and a prospect. And you can see here in many ways, this is better than a typical salesperson. If we look at the introduction here, most salespeople that I interact with are product selling salespeople that primarily talk about their product. And the AI opens here this introduction with their value proposition, which is already out of the gate better than most salespeople that contact me and that I work with. Then the AI goes on to identify the needs of the prospect by asking questions. That's good, very consultative, less product selling-ish. Then they start to present a solution for their services, addressing concerns and objections, and then the closing. So I'm not going to read that script to you, but as you can see, a pretty good flow and a good starting place. Could you take this right here and use it as a sales script? Probably not. But as you can see, the AI knows how to communicate with a prospect in a sales situation and also has a lot of knowledge already about the product or service that we sell. So from my testing with this, I thought probably not a great sales script to use, but how can I access more of this knowledge and get this AI to write more of my script? So what I decided to do was dig in to see its depth of knowledge in particular areas. So then I went on to ask ChatGPT to provide a list of benefits for IT outsourcing. Now, a list of benefits for IT outsourcing is not a script, but we could certainly use a list of benefits to create our sales script. And here is a long list of very detailed benefits for IT outsourcing. There's great stuff here. If you sell IT outsourcing, you may know some of this already, but to have this list instantly generated can be a big help for you in creating your sales script. I also went on to ask ChatGPT to provide a list of pain points for IT outsourcing: high labor costs, skills gap shortages, limited resources. So a long list here of pain points that you again could use for your sales script. So there are many ways that you could leverage the AI to create your sales script. And you could do that by submitting a variety of different requests and ask ChatGPT to create your sales script. What we can do at SalesScripter is we can actually help you to interact with ChatGPT and do something with all of that output and simplify how you use all of the stuff that ChatGPT spits out, because what we've done is we've integrated SalesScripter with ChatGPT. So when you come to SalesScripter, you can select to use AI to create your sales message. SalesScripter is then just going to ask you a couple questions, and you can just very easily put the product you sell, enter the company you work for, and then select B2B or B2C, and then who you're communicating with. And what we'll do is we will communicate with ChatGPT and direct it on what content to create based on those few answers. And so now SalesScripter is communicating with ChatGPT and asking it to create a list of features for that product, and then create ways that this product may be different from the competition, and then create a list of benefits for that product, and then create a list of pain points for that product or service, create a list of pain questions that should be asked based on those pain points, and then create a list of current state questions. So here's your sales message, not your sales script, but your sales message if you sell IT outsourcing services. And what we can do in SalesScripter is we can put all this great content and knowledge to use by mixing and matching it to create a variety of different scripts. And just to show you how this works, in the SalesScripter software, we have a 6-step sales message brainstorming process. And what we did is we just used ChatGPT to go through all of those steps. And all of those steps create what we refer to as building blocks. And then you can mix and match those building blocks to create your cold call script, appointment script, email campaigns, voicemail messages, objection responses, and more. And so once we have those building blocks and sets of bullet points in SalesScripter, then we can go to the sales playbook in SalesScripter, and I can just show you here. Here's a cold call script value intro for IT outsourcing, and we have our introduction, our value points, opener, pain questions, current state questions, pain points, product details, customer example, and then our closing. All of that content first created by ChatGPT, but then assembled and put together by SalesScripter. And the second way for how to use AI for sales reps is that you can use AI to help you to create your email messages. Email messages and creating email campaigns is a big part of a salesperson's job. And you could certainly go to ChatGPT and just ask it directly, create a cold email for IT outsourcing. And I did that earlier. And this is an email message that ChatGPT created. Is it perfect? No. It's actually probably a little long for what I would recommend you send for as a cold email, but definitely a good starting place and a good structure here. And it's communicating in a very clear way, more consultative selling and less product pushing. So you could definitely use this as a tool to create email messages. What you would want to do is you would want to expand on what you ask it to create. You could expand to include the number of words you want and the tone you want to use in your email, maybe the scenario that you need an email for. Now in SalesScripter, we've actually created a tool here called Email Generator that actually does what I just said. This tool will communicate directly with ChatGPT and tell it exactly what to include in the email, but then let ChatGPT do all the work. You can explain the scenario that you're in, whether it's a follow-up email or a cold email. You can talk about the type of details you want to include in your email, and then you could specify the length of your email. And if I click generate email, ChatGPT is then going to build an email for that product or service and for the details we've requested. And then here's an email, and we can just click copy here and then jump over to whatever we send emails through, paste it, maybe modify it, and not only save a lot of time, but most likely end up with a better message than we might have created on our own. And the third way for how to use AI as a sales rep is that you could use AI to practice your pitch. Earlier, I mentioned that AI today is able to communicate as well as, if not better, than most humans. But I believe it's difficult to use that on the front lines in a selling scenario. Well, what you can do as a human trying to be a better salesperson is you could use that same technology to practice with. And instead of using AI in the sales role, use AI in the prospect role and practice with it. And that's exactly what we've done with our product here in SalesScripter called Sales Simulator. This is basically using AI to create a version of a prospect that you can cold call with. You can have your calls answered by a gatekeeper, or you could just practice your objection responses. And what this allows you to do is instead of practicing your sales script and your pitch in live sales scenarios, you practice beforehand with the AI. That way you're prepared and sharper when you end up in those live situations. And what that allows you to do is decrease on-the-job learning, where you're learning in real situations and most likely missing opportunities. With this tool, you make your mistakes with the AI. That way you're ready to go when you're talking to a live prospect. So let me just show you what this looks like real quick.
Hello, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary, it's Michael Halper. How are you?
Going okay.
Hey, are you guys using paper clips today?
No, we are not.
Oh, I see. Is that something you've looked at in the past?
Yes, we have.
Okay, who'd you guys look at?
We have been looking at Tiger Ball and Dynamic Info.
What'd you think about them?
They are easy to work with.
And so let me just close that real quick. And as you can see, you could keep going on and you can really talk to the AI about anything. But let me show you your call being answered by a gatekeeper.
Thank you for calling XYZ. How may I direct your call?
Hi, I'm trying to reach the person in charge of paper clips.
You should call Michelle in procurement.
Could you transfer me over to her?
Yes, speaking.
Hey, Michelle, this is Michael Halper. Wanted to talk to you about paper clips today.
We already used someone for that.
Oh, I see. Who are you guys working with?
I am not sure I should share that with you.
Okay, and I'll just close that. And similar to those objections we just heard, you can jump straight to objections with the objection drill.
We are locked in a contract.
Oh, I see. When does your contract expire?
3 years.
Okay, and how's everything going with your provider?
Things are okay.
Is there anything that is not working well?
The system is difficult to use.
And so hopefully that gives you a good idea of how you can use the sales simulator to practice and warm up and be completely prepared for your cold calls. And if you would like to try the sales simulator, you can actually do it for free with our free trial, and you can either access that directly from our website, or you can download our app from the Apple App Store or the Google App Store. And that is pretty much it. If you want more information, the best place to go is salescriptor.com. Thanks for being here. Hope this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.